everybody, Heather from Hooked on Pickin here. A lot of you have asked, how do I list and what program do I use to list? I use Inventory Lab, but I want to give you kind of the steps that I take in order to list each item online. So here goes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to my Amazon Seller Central page, which is right here, and then I'm going to put in my products that I've got. I've got my handy dandy barcode scanner. You can type in the UPC or the title. And so I found this in the clearance aisle at the local Walmart for $3.50. And so I'm going to look. So what I do is this pops up. I make sure that it matches, and it does. And then I look to see, can I sell it in the condition that it is. Mine is new, so I'm good. But if it was used, then I would have to request approval, which I can kind of show you the steps for that on a different video. But this one here is new, so I'm good to go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Inventory Lab where I've already got a working order going. And so let me minimize this screen. Here's my Inventory Lab screen and a few things that I've already got listed. So I'm going to go ahead and put my UPC code into my Inventory Lab. And what you would do to start a listing is you simply go here to list and prep, and you click that and you can start a new batch. I've already got this one named. And so once I put my UPC in, it pops up the appropriate item, and it gives you lots of details here. It gives you the sales rank, the category it's in. It also tells you, do you need to do any prep? And if you have like a clothing item or a stuffed animal, it would say polybag right here. So just be aware of that and keep that in mind. And so I'm going to put down here that I got it from Walmart. Just so that I can track my inventory. And then I'm also going to put in my cost per unit. Now what I always do is I add tax, and so my tax is 0.75 in my state. So I'm going to take my $3.50, multiply that by 0.075, and then that's my tax, and I'm going to add that to my $3.50. And so $3.76 is what it cost me. So I'm going to put $3.76 in there. I only have one of them. And then what I do is the information, let me show over on this side of the screen here, some of the information that I can give you on this side of the screen. Let me just move my screen over here. All right, so this information here is super pivotal to know. All right, if Amazon was selling it, this is the person who has the buy box with the little circle here. Okay, if Amazon was selling it, there would be a little A next to that as well. And then you know Amazon.com is selling it, and it's really difficult to get the buy box unless you severely undercut them price-wise. But Amazon is not selling this one. This is Merchant Fulfill in the red column. Anything used will be here in the blue column, and then anything new is here. These are the FBA sellers. So there's currently only 3. Now I have no idea. Do they have a million of them, or do they have 1? I don't know. So my plan is to get mine sold first. So this is the person with the buy box, 1106. So I'm going to price my item at 1105. And then it shows after fees and shipping and all of that. And it also takes off my $3.76 that I put in here. And so total after all of that, I'm going to make $2.31. And so I just simply click add to batch. It will print out my label. You'll probably hear that printing from my Dybo label writer. And then let me see, I'm going to show you. So here's my label that it printed, and I'm going to take my item that I've got here and then just stick it right over the barcode. And so that's how you actually list the item on Inventory Lab. And when I get my whole order done, I'll go ahead and batch out and show you exactly how that process goes as well. Okay, remember I was telling you that sometimes Amazon has the buy box, so let me show you that right here. So right here in the corner, you can see that Amazon has the buy box, because it says they have the buy box O and then A. So they have the buy box, and then Amazon is also selling on a separate listing here. And so they have the buy box for $16.55 on this particular item. And so what I'm going to do in order for me to get the buy box and be able to sell it faster is I'm going to severely undercut Amazon and then do like $15.99. So that's a little less than $1 difference. I still have the room in it considering I paid $3.76 for it, and it's selling for so high. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a dramatic discount. That way my item sells quicker, and I only have one of them, so I'm not too concerned about Amazon coming in and undercutting me just with that one item. So that's just something to be aware of, and how you can adjust prices if Amazon is selling on the listing. I try to avoid listings with Amazon selling on the listing because it's really hard to compete with them, but if it's a good enough deal, I'll go ahead and do it. Hopefully this has helped, and I'll show you some more listing. Okay, here's another item I wanted to show you. I'm going to go ahead and scan in. I've got these Troll Sour Bright crawlers. It's a food item. And when I scan it in, once it loads the page, I can put in all the details about it. So it actually didn't cost $3.76. It cost $1.08, and I got it from the Dollar Tree. And so if I put in all that, and then of course I'm going to add my expiration date, which happens to be August 12th of 2020. So anytime you have a food item, you need to make sure that you do that. 2020, and then click the day, the last. So you click that, set all that up. I'm going to go ahead and do 624, but I wanted to show you this item specifically because it says on my Amazon seller app, I can sell it, I'm not restricted, everything's great. And then I click this button, and then I have this warning pop up every time I try to list this. Okay. It looks like there was an issue, and the details say this operation may be partially successful. Please check the status, and it tells you the reason. Invalid item for this SKU with the reason multiple product restriction. So the reason why it didn't pop up on my Amazon seller app is because I am allowed to sell this, but as of right now, because it is currently June 11th, they have a multiple product restriction. You cannot send in anything that is going to melt because none of the warehouses for Amazon are basically cooled. And so basically they said this item, because it's gummies, is going to melt in our warehouse. We don't want it there. So long about September, I can send this in again, but right now I cannot send it into the warehouse. So I just want you to be aware of that. There was no way to know this until I went to go list it and send it in. And so sometimes that happens. So just save your receipts. You can take it back to the store, or you can eat it, whatever you'd like to do. So just wanted you to be aware of that as a possibility. Okay, I'm going to list another item, and I wanted to show you when it tells you to do any kind of prep for the item, where that's at. So this is a pair of basically PJ shorts, and if you look right over here in this section, it gives you the sales rank. That's kind of high, but it's in apparel, so that's pretty standard. Prep type, poly bagging. So I must poly bag this particular item before I send it into the warehouse. Then of course I'm going to put all my details in about how much it costs to actually buy this. I only have one of them, and then I am going to put in the price that I want to put to charge it. So that's how I list that one. Just make sure you put it in a poly bag, and then I will adhere the barcode to the outside of the poly bag. Okay, so I've got everything in my batch, and I want to tell you a few things that you can look at that gives you an idea of what you're doing. So my total SKUs is 23 right here. My total items is 146. My average sales rank is 999,701 because I've got a lot of clothing items with high sales ranks. My total sales value, so actual number that I'm going to get from Amazon, once these items sell is going to be $2,419.35. That's why you always have to keep your receipts and keep track of how much you spend on your products so that you can deduct that from your 1099 on taxes later in the year. But my total buy cost was $608.96 total for this order. And then my total net profit, so this is taking off fees, this is taking off how much I paid for it, and it's taking off shipping to the warehouse. I'm going to make a total profit of $939.73 on these 146 items. So now that I've got all that in here, I'm going to just click Review Batch. And so I've got it set up to go to the Amazon FBA warehouse. And so once we flip to the next screen, it's going to diversify all of these items out. It's basically going to this next page going, hey, is this what you want to do? Yes, submit. It's giving me a warning. Yep, this is final. You can't make any changes, that kind of a thing. And so once I get past this screen, it tells me which warehouses everything is going to. So it's going to divide my 146 items into 3 separate shipments. And so 16 are going here, 15 are going here, and 115 are going here. And usually the largest number is the warehouse closest to you. And so, but I have a lot of multiples, and a lot of times that gets sent to separate warehouses. So I'm just going to simply click create, then yes, create, and then create, yes, create, create, yes, create. So all 3 of my shipments are created now, and I'm going to, and now I need to enter box contents. So I'm going to go down here to this orange button, click enter box contents. It will bring me to the next page. And then once I get to the next page, I pretty much find I start with the smallest amount, so I'll find the 15 items. It pops up everything that is in my order for these 15 items. I'm going to find all of these and assign them to boxes. Now it's only set up for 1 box right now, but if I need to add another box, all I have to do is click the plus new button and add the number of boxes that I want. And so I'm going to find all my stuff and then show you the next steps. So as you can see, it says that 2 of them are in box 1 and these 4 still need to be assigned to another box. And if I wanted to add a box, I just click this plus new and the number of boxes I wanted to add, just click OK, and then it would pop open a box 2. But I want all of these to go into box 1, so I'm going to assign the rest of them into box 1, and so it shows all 6 are going to box 1. Now I could do that individually for each item, or I could just simply go over here, assign them all to box 1, just like this. It says 1, and if there were more than 1 box, there would be a drop down list. Click assign, and then if you notice, this now turns orange. So all of these are assigned for the first box, and I've only got 1 box, so I'm going to click transmit boxes. Once that is sent off, I will be waiting to see a green pop-up down here in this corner that says that my shipment box contents has been accepted. Once that happens, I can go to my Amazon Seller Central page, and I'll walk you through the next steps to do the actual shipment. All right, so this is the box that pops up, and once that happens, then we simply go to our Amazon Seller Central, and then we're going to go to Inventory, Manage FBA Shipments, and I did the one that had 15 items in it, so we're going to go to 15. We're going to click Work on Shipment. And I've already got it weighed. My box currently weighs 4 pounds, 15 ounces, but they always round up to the next pound. And so we're going to put in 5 pounds. And so you can see right here, Amazon Marketplace Web Services provide box information through Amazon. And so that's how they got the box information. So I'm going to put in 5 pounds. So then I also have to put in my dimensions. And I just simply click calculate, and then it's going to cost me $5.19 to ship. I agree, accept the charges. Then I click print box labels, and it'll show me my label. Okay, so I've actually got my label printed, and once I've got that printed, I just slap both of the sides of the labels onto the box and then click complete shipment and then mark as shipped. And then I could go back to my inventory lab and do the next shipment for the next warehouse. Hopefully it's been helpful, and remember, in the end, Jesus wins. You guys are a true blessing in my life. Thank you so much for helping me put this content out there to everyone. If you'd like to join these great people, please consider supporting me through my Patreon page. Check the link below. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you'd like to watch more of my videos, just click on them here. And if you'd like to learn more about the reseller world, subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Thanks.